Hello, community. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody had a great integration since last week's video. Still letting you know what you took out from it and how it served you. It's always nice to hear your feedbacks and to see how it propelled you into your path of authenticity and how it propelled you to appear more as your essence, as your gifts, and all of this. So today I wanted to continue on that subject of integration, but bring it from a different angle, which is bringing it through the angle of your yes matters and being of service. So last week you were seeing me bridge a lot this playground to the next playground and how this was the integration that was required. So the yes that matters is saying yes to take that leap. And I want to bridge the being of service with your yes, because what we encounter a lot on that path, and you probably encountered it, is the feeling of being selfish sometimes, which is absolutely not a selfish path. This path, when we start saying yes, it's going to create a lot of resistance into your surroundings. So people are going to start, blaming you, criticizing, trying to pull you down, trying to keep you in comfort zone, calling you names, and all of this. And this is not to be a downer in the path, but it just happens because it goes and it triggers their own insecurities and the fears that they have inside. As you are actualizing yourself and going to that next frequency and next level of actualization, it will start stirring up a lot of things in others, in people who are especially close to you. But the best service that you can do for others and for the planet, honestly, is to say yes. So your yes matters. As you say yes, what happens is you get closer to your authentic self. Now, what I mean by authentic self, it's not, authenticity, it's a word that can be perceived as very broad, like it can be spontaneity, like authenticity can be interpreted in many ways. Where I want to take your attention in authenticity in this group, it's really about getting closer and closer to your nature, getting closer and closer to who you are at your core, who you are as an essence, as you are resting inside yourself, inside your temple. What is it that emanates? What is it that naturally comes out and starts transmitting? This is what I mean by authenticity. It's something that naturally awakens as you are resting inside yourself. It doesn't require effort per se. The effort is saying yes. That's the effort and what I was sharing about last week. So once you start saying yes, what the first step, what the integration that I was talking to you about last week, it's about reconnecting to Mother Earth. And I want to bring Mother Earth today. Yesterday I was listening to a beautiful talk from Aleda on Mother Earth, and it really inspired me. And I want to share a bit more on this as part of the integration and as part of the importance of reconnecting to Mother Earth, because this is where we find our grounded power. So our power, we can imagine what our power is, what our potential is. We can also perceive and feel what our higher self and higher potential is. But as long as we don't bridge this to Mother Earth, it's going to stay in the illusionary world. Thus, it's really important to ground yourself. And you have heard me say this over and over and over. So the ground part, it's about rehaving this authentic connection with Mother Earth. Because the energy coming from Mother Earth, when we actually accept to surrender to her guidance, to surrender to the ground, we receive so much more in return. We receive actually everything that we need, and we receive the guidance of where our next steps are. So often I hear, I don't know what to do. Like, what is my service? What is my direction? What step should I be taking? Yes, I can meditate and I can rest, but I'm confused about where to go with this. And I understand. I understand all those symptoms. But the truth is, the more that we surrender on Mother Earth, the more that she's going to whisper, and we're going to receive the answer of where to actually go. And our mind might not be happy about this. I need to insist on this. Her guidance is for us to get closer to nature, for us to get closer to our nature and to our essence, because this is the best service that we can offer ourselves, our loved ones, everybody around us, and ultimately the planet, because our contribution as we raise our frequency and get closer to our nature is to have this ripple effect in the collective energy. And this is invisible. It's very hard to see, but it's a matter of what is happening in your inner world and how are you giving space for this to happen, to have the ripple effects on the outside. So creating space, this is the second point that I wanted to bring. What happens when we reconnect to Mother Earth and we start recreating that space inside of ourselves? We, first of all, physically, our heart starts having more space to drop its weight. So our pelvis has more space, it's more grounded. Our heart has more space, it gets grounded. And you can start sharing from that space of heart and more spaciousness rather than something that is propelled by the mind. Now, when you're fiery inside, we had the subject of receiving intrinsic fire lately, it's very important to ground that energy so your heart relaxes in the fire. There's a lot of fire in the heart. There's a lot of fire in the womb. And what happens is that we can start tensing up, and then our mind kicks in, and then the mind starts guiding. But when we connect to Mother Earth, and we know that our power truly comes from our genuine connection with her, this tension transforms into potential. And this potential transforms into service. The service is not something that you imagine. It's something that you're born with. It's your birthright. It's your essence. It's the core of who you are. So the more that you have this space inside of you, the more you're going to be spacious for others. The more you're going to be able to take that step back and offer that space for others. The more others are going to feel that there's a presence actually listening, and it's going to give them that access to their presence inside of them. And it's going to invite them to welcome in what their birthright is to receive, which they have already, but they have forgotten because of some tensions that might have been put along the years in their bodies. So again, Mother Earth. How to receive Mother Earth? It sounds simple. It's really about reconnecting to the ground and feeling our gravity work on our body. And then receiving. It sounds simple, but the resistance to it is the challenge per se. The resistance is all our world of wounds and traumas and dramas, and we all go through this. Again, it's not to be negative, but it's a process. We cannot ignore that receiving our power comes just with ease. There is higher frequency at the same time here on Earth. Surrendering to Mother Earth makes us confront everything that has been encrypted and ingrained in our wombs, in our body, and it's for us to choose to let go. That's the path, just choosing to let go, allowing to exude from our body, giving more space inside of ourselves for this power, this essence to start circulating in a more authentic way, which is your deeper self. What this is going to allow you to do also is to be in co-creation with in alignment with nature. So as you're getting closer to nature and to Mother Earth, your steps are going to be dictated to you, as I was just mentioning. Just yesterday, I was resisting a step that just in meditation I was receiving, and it was guiding me. It was honestly telling me, hey, like to gain that extra level of peace, this is where you need to go. And then my mind kicks in. It's like, nya, 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 nya. You know, like I want to be there. I want to do this and this and this. And that's the fight. That's the game. But at the end of the day, when we choose to surrender to it, many jewels come, and we just have access to something that is deeper. Yes, some worlds are going to crashing, and life is going to start readjusting you in more alignment. But honestly, there's nothing that is more satisfying than to receive that calling and to follow through, to go through the resistance, to reclaim that energy behind the resistance, and to surrender to what we can call God's will, to surrender to a will that is really bigger than any ideas that you've ever had. It's very humbling. It's very humbling, and it's nourishing you at a level that that is so subtle. It's not like gratification, like or receiving a prize or something for it. It's by that spaciousness that we receive, and that presence that we have either with others, or that presence that we have in nature, that sharpness of senses that we can access as we're creating that space. Those are all the gifts that come, and those are also gifts that help us accompany others if you're on the path of wanting to be of service with others, to others, I mean, with your gifts and your authenticity. It's our, in other words, it's kind of our duty to create that space inside, because this is when we most genuinely offer ourselves to others. Yeah, I'm just looking at my list because I had prepared a few bullet points here to share with you. And I also love just being very intuitive. If you have questions, pop them in as usual. Let me know what's cooking on your side. Let me know what you're feeling called by. It's the same question as last week. And if you want to pop in also, where is your resistance? That's okay too. Making it seen sometimes is vulnerable, but sometimes also allows it to dissolve. And we're all in the same boat. We all go through this resistance. It's just normal as we walk towards more of our potential and our gifts, or else it would just be super easy. But go ahead and share if you want to share. I also created this week a bundle package for womb meditation, with womb meditations. One womb meditation is about connecting to Mother Earth, and the other womb meditation is about reconnecting to the fire coming from the womb. And both meditations are very powerful, and they really help you create that space within yourself and tap into those different energies inside yourself. So my suggestion is for you to go ahead and grab them. I also included in that bundle the Receiving Your Intrinsic Fire workshop that happened, I believe, a month ago. So it was recorded, it's bundled in there. There's a coaching call with me, also a strategy call with me, so I can just check in where you're at and see what next steps you can be taking. And there's also 5 interviews from the series that I bundled in with them, including the gifts from the speakers. So this was packaged. It's finishing today. It's at $47. Go ahead. I'll be putting the link just in the comment box, and you can go ahead and grab it to help you at this point of your journey. Or else let us know what you received from this, and pop in your comments. Feel free to share in different posts what's happening in your lives and where you want to be going. And it will be my pleasure to be here. And there's other people in the group here who have been on this journey too, so who can take the lead and also participate in commenting. So hope this served you. Much love, and let's own up to this connection with Mother Earth and receive her, knowing that this is what's going to help our collective the most. All right, many blessings your way. Bye.